All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sunday edition of my podcast. So it'll be the Gentleman's Corner today. I'm your host, Seriously Me, and I want to talk about some of the things that I think we need to do as men in the modern society. Because there seems to be a lot of push and pull. You've got people on one side saying, oh, you need to be, this more emotionally available, man. And then others are like, well, don't show any emotion at all and all these things. And I think ultimately it it leaves more questions, but they do have answers. But a lot of men just kind of sit there and they're confused, especially when the dream comes falling apart. Like we were sold a dream, all young men, were sold a dream at some point that you're gonna find your lady, your damsel in distress, all these things, and you're gonna ride in like the knight in shining armor and be her, white knight or whatever. And it all comes crumbling apart, and we're left there, just kind of just like WTF, what happened? And even myself, and you can become resentful, if you let it sit and just be like, wow. But ultimately, sitting and just internalizing, that or projecting it isn't healthy. Like if you project anger, it's not constructive. If you internalize it, it's not constructive. You need to turn it into success. Yesterday will not matter. Stewing on something and wasting today will not matter if you do that. You need to put it towards success. You need to move forward in your life, because ultimately everything that happened, it might be unfair. It might be terrible. But ultimately, in your adult life, you're responsible for all your choices. You chose to marry that person, chose to date that person, or chose to quit that job, or chose to stay in that job longer than you should have. All of these things are your choice. And sometimes you might feel trapped, but that's the illusion that the world creates around you that wants to keep you under its heel. Don't be under anybody's heel. And if you are like, well, I feel like I can't trust anybody anymore. No, that's not true. Like if you close yourself off to trusting people, you'll miss out on life itself. But what you do need to do is be more discerning. Keep good company. Expect more from yourself. Expect to be somewhere, and keep company that will help you get there. So yeah, don't give in to what some have dubbed the red pill rage or whatever. It's okay to realize when you've been wronged and when you've done wrong, but wallowing in it will not do any good. So go out there, be a good man, a strong man. Don't be a nice guy, because men should be like mountains. Like they should be completely calm, still, like kind of like just this picture of quiet strength. Because nobody's afraid of a mountain looking at it unless it moves just a little bit, and then it's kind of just awe and terror, and that's what a good man should know, that he should be able to be both. Be the mountain. To quote a great president, walk softly, carry a big stick. You don't need to be tromping around touting, oh, I'm the alpha this or the strong of this or whatever. Now, those who pontificate and whatnot and boast, they're out there saying, look at me, look at me. It's not something you need to do. If you want to, go ahead. Whatever floats your boat. But what you need as a gentleman, somebody who will be respected, is to know when to be either calm or move just a little. All right, guys, if you got anything from this or felt it was helpful, I really, truly hope so. Go forth, be successful, crush that like button, please subscribe. And, I'm sure criticism, I'm going to get roasted, dump it on me, make my podcast better. All right? Y'all have a great Sunday.